Hi, my name is Darius Goodall, Director of Product and Technical Marketing here at Extreme Networks, and I'm here today with Harpreet Chadha. Harpreet.
Hey, thanks, Darius. I'm Harpreet Chadha, Vice President of Product Management at Extreme Networks.
So we're here today to talk about the latest addition to the Summit series of switches, the X440. So Harpreet, before we go into this stack of switches here, tell us where these actually fit inside the enterprise.
Yeah, Darius, these are meant for the enterprise edge. So we see a lot of change happening. It's not about users just connecting in copper ports. Right? They could need power. It could be your cameras, your access points. Users could be coming over different forms. And that's where this goes in. We basically taken the intelligence that we packed into XOS, all things about smart identity management, and packed into a unique and small form factors that allows people to deploy intelligence at different parts of the network.
So a budget-conscious switch packed full of the features of the existing XOS product range.
Absolutely.
Okay, so let's go through very, very quickly here and talk about the different types of switches that you've got here. What are the different presentations?
So again, multiple form factors because people want to connect different number of ports, different types of ports, PoE, non-PoE. They want sometimes stacking, sometimes want 10 gig. So you get full diversity with this one. You get 8 ports, copper or PoE plus. You get 24 ports, again, copper or PoE plus, without 10 gig, without stacking, native stacking, or 48 ports. So you can actually, as you go down, you can pack 400 users, around 400 users, pack 8 of these to a stack. You can connect a whole floor with one single IP address.
Got it. So let's talk about stacking. Let's take that a step further. You mentioned there's 2 types of stacking that you've got in there. Right. There's the 10 gig stacking and there's the existing Summit stack as well, which come in the different flavors. Tell me about Summit stack. Where does that fit and how does it interoperate with our existing product line?
Yeah, good point. So what you see, Darius, here is these stacking ports. So these are dedicated stacking ports where you can plug them, again, some of these switches together, or you can plug these into our other Summit stack switches, the Summit 460 for gigabit, the Summit 670 for 10 gig and 40 gig. They all can be part of one IP address. And we will give users an alternative where when you're using these 24 and 48 port switches, you can either use the 10 gig ports, you can actually run stacking over the 10 gig ports, or you can leverage some dedicated stacking ports in the back of the switch.
Got it. So a lot of versatility there, even in the stacking across the different families. Very nice. Let's take a quick look over here at the back. Power. Talk to me about power quickly.
Yeah, so multiple technologies that we packed in. To start with, there's a power cord. This is where your AC power plugs in. Now, what you see is a little opening here. That's for redundant power. But beyond this, the cabling and such and redundancy, what we packed in a lot of efficiency algorithms into this one. These switches come with EEE, which is IEEE standard, energy efficiency Ethernet, where if you're not using what's connected into at full throttle, the switches use less power. In addition, what we've done is actually use the fans very effectively. The switch at the top, actually what you see is that it doesn't even have a fan. It's 8-port copper switch. We don't need a fan. It's very quiet. We use very low power. Where you start using fans, for example, in this 8-port PoE or PoE plus switch, we actually have the fans work at half power under 30 degrees centigrade. So only when you really need the fans at full throttle would we run it. And in cases for some of these copper switches, we actually turn the power off, turn the fan off, where you're running under normal operating temperature.
Got it. So I want to circle back to one of your opening points over here, and that packed into these boxes is the value of XOS.
Right. So actually, there's multiple things you get with it. XOS, the operating system, been around for 10 years. We get all the resiliency things, including stacking, a modular operating system, ring technologies such as EAPS. You get all the rich IPv4, IPv6 protocols. And on top, you get some really advanced smart identity features that can track user and device identity right from the network infrastructure. And what we've been able to do is not only, you don't have to, traditionally when you had to separate users or departments, you had to put VLANs. You don't need to do that with identity management. You can just use it based on, the user's profiles, map them to role-based policies, and very simply manage your network and very securely. And what we've also announcing, this week is how we've taken the wired identity management and married that with the wireless identity management. So what users get is a single pane of glass for wired and wireless convergence and identity across an enterprise.
That's fantastic. So a lot of unique features there, and certainly packed with a lot of very, very feature-rich value add there. So 10 different flavors of the box, smaller form factor for the budget-conscious enterprise.
Yes.
Harpreet, thank you.
Thanks, Darius.